Okay, Saturday, May 4th, 2024. I have to go to a pharmacy nearby where I used to work at EPAM. So I'll do the video and go for this walk. It depends. If the hole in the fence is still there, it's about 15 minutes. If the hole in the fence is no longer there and I have to go the proper way to Uhorska Street, then it's going to be a long walk. Yeah, it adds around another 10-15 minutes to go around on that walk. So yeah, it's a nice day. The sun is out. The weather is finally cooperating. So we'll go and check the hole in the fence, walk down the tracks, the fun way. The reason why I like Ukraine. Yeah, the haircut prices went up. It used to be 100 hryvnia, now they're 130. So it's almost $4, $3.50. It used to be, I think, less than $2 before the war. So even in dollar terms, things are going up a little bit. But this lady who cuts my hair, she's becoming more popular. She's in that marketplace. I think I showed it to you in a previous video. And she has a little box. She rents a little, like it's not even a shipping container box. I would say it's like literally a box. It's maybe 10 feet by 10 by 15 feet. Not even. I think it's even like a jail cell size, like 6 by 8. Yeah, it's quite small, like 2 meters by 3 meters or something. And yeah, it's only one chair and one desk in there. And yeah, but it gets the job done. You know, in Oslo, Norway, the cheapest haircut I could find was like roughly 20 euros. And it was in Grönland, you know, the supposed, you know, hood of Oslo. But this hood in Oslo is like in the center. It's like on the back of the central train station. And it's a very good location, actually. They have the metro. It's just actually a really nice place. But it's supposedly the hood. You know, it's all, I guess because a lot of immigrants live there or something, they designate as a hood. But to me, it was livable. And if I go back in Norway and I can find a place to live there, I would live there. Because, you know, at night people are just screaming and loud, but, you know, it's really not that bad. And I guess that's what I want to talk about today. You know, we're still debating going back to Norway or America. I have some job interviews. Looks like oh wait, there's the hole. It looks like there's the hole in the fence. Yeah, I found it. Yeah. We're going by this Our Room project. So yeah, I'll just show it to you. Actually, I can just flip the camera around. Yeah, let's do that. So yeah, this is the hole. Yeah, so see, it's all fence. And then there's the hole. Yeah, they moved it. It was over there. And now it's over here. So yeah, and then this is the Our Room building. And then they have a little place for cats and dogs, you know, and stuff. We have a lot of stray cats and stray dogs here. We don't have pit bulls, luckily. They're just like these street dogs you see in India or someplace. You know, yeah, so this is the tracks. Yeah, we'll walk down the tracks here. It's a shortcut. Yeah, it's a shortcut. This is going to save me a lot of time. I have to get some special baby cream. You know, like all babies, our baby is getting these rashes and breakouts and stuff. And, you know, I don't know. It's just part of the growing. All my friends told me their babies had this, and then they just grow out of it. I mean, I'm hoping she gets out of it quicker so we can start her swimming lessons, because I think she's ready. 4 months. I wanted to start last month, but she was having all this breakouts and stuff on her skin, these rashes, you know. And we finally figured out that the temperature, you know, the clothes were too warm. It's better to keep them a little bit on the cool side, around 17, 18 degrees, than on the hot side, like 21, 22 Celsius. This is Celsius, not Fahrenheit. I think that's like 18 is like 67, 68 degrees Fahrenheit, and 22 is like 73, 74, something like that. So yeah, we just had to make some adjustments, but I don't know, we got a doctor appointment coming up this week. We'll get the green light from the pediatrician. And then, yeah, I want to start her swimming lessons. You know, the infants can swim pretty good actually, and it's better to get them started this early because it's like instinct. You know, they don't have to be taught. It's instinctual to swim at this age. You know, so yeah, you can look behind me. There's a lot of Ukrainian scenery here. You know, you have to watch where you step. It's the roads are very uneven. It's a developing country, you know. It's as they say. Let me just cross the road here. It's the most dangerous thing we do in Ukraine is cross the road, you know, statistically speaking. Or I should say in Lviv, Ukraine. So yeah, so I have I'm in a job interview process in Norway, and it's actually a very interesting company. It works in the energy production, does information technology for energy industry. And it's actually fits quite well with my background, you know, taking data from devices and gauges and all of this and putting it on dashboards. And I worked, actually, I studied nuclear engineering, and I worked as an intern in nuclear power plants in college. So this is actually what I originally intended to do in my life. And finally, after all these years, I put it together, what I studied and what I've been doing. I've been doing IT most of my professional career. You know, had a little bit of finance and stuff in there. And then finally get to, mix it together with, what I've been doing with what I studied. You know, usually most people don't even... I only speak English. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have any cigarettes. I think he wants cigarettes. So, yeah, you can see here we have a big gas pipeline overhead. I can show you walking under that. Yeah, you can see it's quite interesting. Yeah, the scenery, the backdrop here. Oh, we got a train or something coming. It's just coming really slow. Okay. Yeah, you got a train coming here. It's like a quarry here or something. I think the sun is in the wrong place. I just keep it here. Yeah, keep everything here so you can see what's going on. Yeah, because the sun is gonna bleach out the picture. Now we're in some shade. It's a little bit better. But yeah, I have this interviews. I got through the first one, HR, and now the second interview is with the manager, and then there's a exercise, and then the fourth interview is like, you know, the salary negotiation. So that could be interesting. That'll get me back in Oslo, hit the ground running. And as I was saying, I think in previous videos, there's a trade-off here. You know, in Norway, it'd be less costly and less effort to get there and get up and running, you know. Probably, a little bit more. I mean, it takes a while always to find a job, whether you're in Norway or America. Probably in America it would happen a little bit faster. But in Norway, I have the healthcare system. Rents are going to be the same. Rents in America really have gone up for a decent place in a safe neighborhood. I've been looking around, you know, hanging out with my mom. The apartment is too small, so that might not be an option, you know, until I get up and running. So, yeah, in Norway, we could get up and running. If we hit the ground running there, it could be good, but the careers in Norway have very limited upside potential. You know, you have to really negotiate a good salary, because that's what it's going to be for a while. And the only way you really get a better salary is by changing a job. And, you know, it's not something I want to do for a while. I just want to stick to one place. I'm tired of this, like, contracting work I've been doing. You know, I want to just stick to a job and focus on my baby and focus on my wife and, you know, give her everything she needs to have a good life. Oh, you can see some more apartments are here. Yeah, there's some more apartments being built. Yeah, on this side, there's some new shops. Actually, this would be I don't know about the parking. You know, that's the other problem is parking, but there's IT companies nearby where people can walk. This might be a good location for that future Indian restaurant one day. You know, that could happen. We'll see. All depends on the stock market. So, Yeah, the trade-off is in Norway. Yeah, I could, it'll be a little bit easier, right? No car needed, especially in Oslo. All the medical care is government run. It's the standards and quality are quite high. The doctors I've had in Norway, a lot of them went to school in America, or did exchanges in America. But I think, to be honest with you, I think the Norwegian public doctors for routine care, they're even better than the American doctors because they actually understand how nutrition and vitamins affect your health. And they're not in a hurry to prescribe medication. They usually prescribe fitness, they prescribe vitamins and these things first. They tell you to change your diet first before dumping pills into you. Where in America, you go to a doctor, they usually are in a hurry to put pills in your body. I don't know how the system works over there, but they're under a lot of pressure to prescribe, it seems like. Or they just want you to go away or something. Charge you $300 for 7 minutes and tell you to go away. So at this point, yeah, I think we would do Norway for a couple of years. And if the stock market hasn't cooperated, then we would go to America when our little girl is ready to start elementary school. Because in America, the schools are a bit more competitive, especially if you're in a neighborhood full of Asian people and stuff like that. They're going to get pushed and, reach their full potential, be a little bit more confident. I'd say a lot more confident, and everything. And of course, parents are engaged in the upbringing. So, yeah, we have to see. But it looks like, Norway is looking pretty promising now to return there. I mean, returning to America would be a very big undertaking. You have to get over there, get everything set up and situated, find a job, buy a car, get private health insurance, then switch from private health insurance to employer's health insurance. In America, it can be sometimes when you get a job, doesn't work out, you find out in weeks they change their mind or something. In Norway, the work is a bit more stable. They can't just cut you so easily. Where in America, people get job offers and then they have them rescinded. Or, it just doesn't work out with someone at the office and in a month you're let go. It's very stressful. But the upside, America has this huge upside. It's a big market. There's a lot of different jobs. You can work your way up in a company. You can apply internally and have a career path, and you can double your salary in a couple of years. In 5 years or something, you could potentially double what you're making. You just work a little hard and everything. But in Norway, like I said, you get into a position in a company that's most likely where you're going to be at for a while. It's very hard to move. But you get like a lot of vacation, you get a lot of time off. You get company parties and things like this. And if you can conserve your wealth in Norway, like not go out to eat all the time, and we're not smoking or drinking, so that's going to be a big money saver for us. I have no problems living on the east side of Oslo in an immigrant neighborhood, so my rent would be 10,000 kroner or $1,000 a month less than living in the west side of Oslo, where it's all ethnic Norwegians. You get the exact same apartment, but the only difference is that your neighbors are ethnic versus Norwegian, and you're saving like $12,000 a year. And the schools at the kindergarten level and everything are pretty much the same, so it's not much to worry about. But yeah, it's looking like we would go to Norway. Yeah, it's looking that way. At least for a couple of years, and then jump over to America. When the baby is a bit older and can, and things are more settled. We'll have to see, though. Like I said, this almost, if some really fantastic job opportunity comes up in the U.S. where they're willing to interview and hire me here, but most of the people have told me you need to be stateside first before they can even do the interviews, because they want you to drug test. So pot is legal everywhere in America, but a lot of companies have an anti-pot policy, so they want you to go and take a pee test like within a week of the interview or something, or even within 3 days or something like that. And then you have to keep taking pee tests over there to make sure you're not smoking. So especially the insurance companies. Like, I would get a job at BlackRock, JP Morgan, Anthem, Blue Cross Blue Shield, you know, one of these insurance companies, United Healthcare, that would be the type of place I would be looking to work at. And they have a lot of testing now because of this. I didn't know that, you know, like, so now that's part of the condition to work. I don't know if it's only like one time or it's routine, but some people have told me it can be routine, or it's just a surprise, and they want you to go to this testing centers. And I don't think they would trust the testing centers here in Ukraine, although I think they're pretty good here. I mean, I've had COVID tests here, and you can't pay them off. You know, hang on, let me just make sure this is working. Yeah, it's still blue. So, yeah, let me flip the camera around. Yeah, you can see here we're coming up on the Uhorska Street. Yeah, so there's like people here everywhere. You can see it's like a lot of normal people here in Ukraine, unlike other places. You know, it's a bit like I said, it's a very varied. There's a lot of variety here. You got new next to the old, you know, and everything like that. So that building there is EPAM. That's where I used to work. You know, I just used to walk over there and everything. Still waiting to see if I wouldn't mind going back there, but it's they've been slowing down here and everything. EPAM is a good company. You get a lot of good courses, but the pay is a bit lower than you would get working contractor and stuff. But I think I wish I was there when I was younger. You know, it's like BlackRock. You get a good education, a good foundation. It's like a really good bullet on the resume, and then you can go to a bank or something like that. But I've already been there, done that with the Navy and with BlackRock, and so yeah, I kind of yeah, I want to be a little bit more. You know, if I go to a corporation, I want to go at a higher level and everything. So they didn't have the higher level VP jobs here. You know, they've taken a lot of that over to Poland and, you know, Europe and everything. A lot of these companies have moved everything out and taken their key people with them. So yeah, it's been a bit hard. So yeah, so that's where we're at. Yeah, just right now today things are leaning on Norway. You know, like Norway, not so much upside potential, but there's some steadiness, get a nice routine going, have time for my girl, you know, and but America is not completely ruled out either. You know, that could still be a possibility. Work there really hard 3-4 years, you know, get the stock market wins on your back. And I think our AI and all this stuff will go. We might have a slight recession, then they cut interest rates. You know, that'll send the stock market zooming. And then, yeah, come back here in good shape. You know, hopefully by then there's an armistice or a treaty or Russia has disappeared. You know, something like that. But right now the analysts are saying, you know, especially if we get a Biden win, this war will go on for a long time. You know, Vietnam went on for 8 years. Korea went on for many years. I think Korea went on for like 4 years or something. It took a while, you know, so it could go on for a while. You know, so we have to have some. Yeah, it needs some place where we can have a predictable future. If it was just me, you know, I would have, you know, without doubt, I would have just stayed and even joined the cause, as one would say, if it was just me. But I have to think about the family's future now, you know, and at least get them on stable ground and get some, you know, way forward. You know, so yeah, you can see here. Yeah, this is my old employer here. This is a nicer side of town. It's a bit more organized and looks more European. You still have like a little bit of a dirt trail here from people taking shortcuts, but yeah, I have to find Uhorska 12. So anyway, that's all I got. I hope you all have a nice day. See you. Bye-bye.